Welcome back. We're going to make a Metroidvania today. But first we're going to need to make an entrance to it. And I'm thinking on top of this mountain. This is a good place. We can dig under and it can be just sprawling throughout the mountain and just have an entrance on top. I've been thinking and tinkering around in creative mode, having some ideas, looking up some tutorials, and I have a mostly fully planned out idea of what we're going to be doing with this. And the entrance, I've decided is going to be made of quartz. Need a crafting bench. This tree need to go anyway. I need to make this video, which contains a lot of complicated redstone in a very short amount of time. So that should be interesting. Let's get a little bit of a base camp set up here. Yeah. Still my favorite feature of all of the things they've added is the dragon. The ability to drag the items. That's a great feature. Okay. I think we need 20 or so. Let's see. We're going to have some pillars. We're going to have a pillar here, which is going to be like this. It's going to be very simplistic. I had a very much bigger idea, and I worked on it in creative, and it was a very cool idea. But then I died in the nether while gathering so much quartz, and it all spilled into lava. And I can't be bothered getting more quartz now. It already took time, and then it all went down into lava. So we're just gonna do this. This will be fine. Maybe I'll use that idea in a later project. It's kind of a what would you call it? Greco-Roman kind of temple sort of looking thing. It was kind of a Roman or Greek style temple sort of deal. And I might still use it at a later date, but this will do for my purposes. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just gonna do this very simplistic thing, and it's gonna be the entryway. Like right in the middle. It's gonna be an entrance to that's not the middle. Like I said, right in the middle, we're gonna enter the dungeon. It's not really gonna be a dungeon, like I said, it's more of a Metroidvania. Okay, so I'm an idiot and I didn't even bring redstone, so we're gonna go back and get some redstone. So I'm in the ground and I got a rough sketch of what some of these rooms are gonna be. This room, right now it's my base of operations, so I got a chest and crafting table, but it's gonna be parkour, sort of. You're gonna come from this entrance and you can jump to that cobblestone, the easy jump, and that cobblestone, and then this cobblestone. Pretty simple jumps. I say as I fail, obviously, because that is just how it works. Except all of these cobblestone are going to be hooked to pistons, and so they're going to be moving. They're going to retract into the walls and pop back out every once in a while. So it's not going to be as simple as it seems. And then you're going to get into this room. This is going to be a block update detector. This is the idea I showed off in the last episode. This is the idea I've already showed off, the block update detector. But you're not going to be messing with that yet because you're not going to have a block. This is where you'll get a unstackable item. I think I had probably a water bottle. That's what I had in creative. I made the same thing there. And another item, you're going to get probably some wool. But yeah, some wool. Or some other item. Because up here, There's another spot up here. That dirt's not going to be there, and neither is the ladder. So you're going to have to parkour without the ladder to get up here. And these are going to be four block update detectors, one of which is activated by a certain color of wool. Technically, that's not enforceable, but we'll just say it is. And each of those is going to go into this room, which I haven't done yet. It's very complicated. It's the most complicated thing I've done yet. But yeah, so as you're going through each room, you're going to gather some wool to get up to here and put into their spots. And this second room, the dropper, I guess, will be here or so, maybe here, to open this door, put it in the water bottle, open the door, go through. Got a combination lock. I looked up a tutorial online. I haven't put the redstone in yet, but I have a tutorial pulled up to show me how to make that. And this room is just going to be pretty simple. You can press some buttons. There's going to be buttons scattered all around the room that most of them will do nothing. And some of them, there will be pistons here that block your view of the words. Piston will be here blocking the view of the chest. There will be a block here so you can't see it. And a button somewhere in the room will retract the piston for just a second, enough for you to enter it, and each one of them will have some part of the combination. There will be two of them, and then another little something, I haven't decided what yet, to get a third thing, probably another piece of wool. In one of these chests, as well as the code, you'll find a white piece of wool, which is what this block update detector will be for. So you'll come back up here. I might also put ladders in it, so you don't have to repeat this over and over again. Say you can place ladders on a certain block, and that block will be right here. So you'll be able to skip over that, so you don't have to go back and forth and back and forth. But then you will have found that wool, put it here. That will unlock the third number. I don't know exactly how that's working, but it's going to work somehow. But this is the idea, and you keep going, and once you finish this room, it's going to unlock these doors, and this is just going to be a spiral staircase that goes up to the top, and at the top, you're going to hit a tripwire that somehow resets all of these. And that's the whole idea. You get piston parkour, and a little bit of puzzles. Now I'm going to start putting in the redstone. Okay, I think I'm scrapping the redstone piston idea and just having straight up parkour. Because the redstone is really noodly, and this doesn't work. I don't have enough space to play with this. Yeah, I can get it, theoretically. Like, I almost had it just then. No. Let's try this. Just now. See, yeah. It's weird, and messing with the timings is messy, and it's a fun idea in theory, but I think I'm going to scrap it and just have parkour. Just simple parkour. It's also the first stage, so simple is nice. It's a little sad. I was kind of excited about this idea, but not meant to be, I guess. A lot of what I'm doing is going to be tedious and annoying to watch, and also take a lot of time for me to do with a lot of redstone, so I decided to come into a creative world and show you what I did, or what I'm going to do. So the idea is you go into that room with the block update detectors, and you put down a piece of wool, and then somewhere else in the third level, whatever color piece of wool you put down will lift up here. So you lift up this one, and then you lift up this one, and you lift up, where's the lever? That one, and that one. And it becomes a little bit of another parkour section. Just realized as I said this, that this was even more parkour. But the fact that all the wool is connected to block update detectors, and I have to reset them at the end of the session, the end of however you play the game, sessions or whatever, that adds to the redstone complexity, the redstone complexity of having these switch on at when you put down their blocks makes this worth it. I also messed with this. I've done this, I've achieved this jump 3 times, but I'm pretty sure it was a fluke. But I had this thought to do something like this in part of the parkour. I don't even know if it's completely possible, or maybe I accidentally flew. It's possible, but I don't know the technique or how you really do it. So I'm not gonna have it in there, but I was just messing around with the kinds of things I could do. Also, maybe, I don't know how hard it is to jump when you have something over you. Like I have this roof. Can I jump to that block? Let's get rid of these so I don't have any safeguards to keep me. I don't know if this is possible. Oh, it is. Okay. But yeah, I was experimenting with possible jumps. I'll also go ahead and just show off. Since I'm in my redstone world, this is just all of the testing for this thing. This is the combination lock. Like I said, I was following a tutorial. I built it in the redstone world to just make sure it works before I bring it into survival, because there's a lot of resources. I'm going to need to gather quartz because, like an idiot, I decided to craft all my quartz into blocks, and so I have 2 things of quartz left and a ton of comparators that I need. But yeah, so I followed a tutorial. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description. If I don't remember, please pester me, because I really want to give credit to this person. Although I'm sure if you're watching me do redstone, you've probably heard of them. I'm just not familiar with who is known and unknown quantities in this world. But yeah, so it is a pretty clever idea, using comparators to compare timings or compare signals to see if it's the right number. And if it's the right number, it gets all the way through and unlocks a repeater. And if it's the next right number, we'll unlock this repeater and let the signal through. If it's the next right number, unlock this repeater and let the signal through. And then if it's the last right number, it hits this T flip-flop. So yeah, we got parkour and we got combination lock. I'm going to build all these. It'll be very boring, but I'm going to do them. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It took many, many hours, but all of the redstone is in. We got ourselves a combination lock that works. It's going to shut it because it was already open. But that's nice. We got these buttons, which reveal a chest. Reveal a chest. And then up here, we go, and this is where it becomes spaghetti, essentially. We got all the block update detectors, and each of them has some different output. This output goes down and around, and here's the output for this one. And they both go separate ways. They end up together. Here's that one. It went that way and then down. It goes into a sticky piston, which is right here. We're just going to push this block down, and this one goes down into this sticky piston, which is going to push this block out. And the other 2, there's a sticky piston there, and there's a sticky piston under this block. That's where they go. And that's it. And that's it. That's all I got left to do, is make it look pretty, which is gonna be a lot, but it's doable. It's potentially doable. I already started with this room. I'm thinking it's sort of like a rundown dungeon. So we got like stone brick, and then this probably used to be stone brick, and just over time it crumbled and became the cobblestone and the gravel. It's mixed all around. Some of these, we're going to have some ponds of water and lava just to bury it, I guess. And just like here, this will probably be water. I may dig it down one more and then make it water. Like this is a whole pond has overflown. sort of area. I don't know what I'm doing with this area. It's probably more of the same cobblestone and gravel and stone brick mixed up around here. And then all I have to do left is all that's left to do is up there. This is the end of the parkour. The parkour starts here. When this block is extended, this block is extended. You're going to go from here to this block, up to there. And then there's going to be a button or a lever or something there that's going to go into the final door. But it's going to be a 2 input door, which is where it's, yeah. But it's going to be a 2 input door, which is what this is for. This is up here. This block update detector is going to send a signal out to also add to that door. And this is just up here. This is where the parkour first initially goes to. And that's the only thing left to actually redstoneify, which is going to be kind of difficult. The redstone already goes up here. I'll probably have to go under it somewhere, somehow. It's a mess. It's a big mess. But that's all I have to do is just make it look passable. I'm gonna downgrade the pretty to passable. And then add that door. Add the input to the door, and then add the stairs, and that's it. But I think that's where the episode's I'm gonna call the episode. I think that's where I'm gonna call the episode. I don't know if this is a short episode or not. It feels like it's short, but oh well, it's fine. I'm gonna make this passable off camera and finish out that door and the stairs, and then call it there. I'll probably run it next episode. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.